So I had just explained that I'd spent a couple thousand hours on YouTube researching every way that I could think of to use technology, social media, computers, all kinds of things, advertising, email campaigns, any kind of technology that I could to be able to leverage and grow rapidly in these marketing opportunities. And one by one, I eliminated all of these different strategies as being not really applicable. So that's why I can say when somebody comes to somebody else on my team and pitches some deal to them, and my team members bring it to me and say, hey, what do you think of this? And I can tell them, well, this doesn't work or this does work. Because I can tell you that I spent one whole year, thousands of hours that year developing different tools and trying them out. And I came down to using one type of a technique using social media, especially Facebook. And we had an opportunity with a company to put this into action. And we thought that this company probably was going to be significant enough, strong enough to be able to support our teams. So we jumped out there with a few of the people that I found in different parts of the world. And in about 4.5 to 5.5 months, something like that, I can't remember exactly, we put 15,000 people into teams in 50 nations. And we were just getting started. I mean, we were excited, on a roll. And then we figured out that the company couldn't really support this. It takes a lot of money, to have a global rollout like that. And they thought that they were going to be able to do it. They were a publicly traded company, and I think that ended up being part of their issue. Is they became more about what was going on in the stock market and how it related to their stock than really being focused and dedicated to get the thing built out. So anyway, we had to take a step back, go out and start looking for another company. And I knew a guy named Romeo, and he and I had gotten to be pretty good friends. And he's an industry insider. And I told Romeo what I was looking for. He knew, and I said, you hear something, let me know. And he gave me a call one day and said, hey, you got to get close to this company, Tavala. And so I said, great. Yeah, he said, yeah, this is really something's happening here. They've got great products. There's some phenomenal people are being attracted there. Something's going to happen to this. I said, who should I work with? He said, I'm going to put you in touch with my friends Dave and Joy. He said, they're awesome. He did, and they are. And, excuse me. And so we started kind of putting this together. And a couple of weeks ago, they announced that the company had been purchased by a gentleman from Asia who had hired an elite management team and to do a global company. He's already got 2 companies doing more than $1 billion in Asia in this industry. That's important. He's got phenomenal capital. I mean, he's got a couple of multi-billion-dollar-a-year companies, right? And in this industry, he's focused on this, and he wants a global build-out. He has stated that he wants to have the biggest direct consumer marketing company in the world. So he hired this management team. They in turn bought Tavala. You've heard some of that story before. So what do? We've developed some techniques, some tools like these videos, some Facebook groups, some pages, some chat. We use the chat rooms for doing presentations. And we've developed these techniques. And the reason we do this is because this medium of Facebook is global. And we know that it's such an easy thing for people to share a video, and then when somebody wants more information, invite them in and link them into a chat conversation or into a video presentation or something like that, a webinar. So these are tools that you can use. Everything's right there. You just have to be willing to step out there a little bit and let us teach you how to share these things. So that's really the essence of it. And I tell people, we don't need to make this difficult. We only do three things. We consume a few products, we share the idea with other people, and we spend the money. That's all we do, right? So sometimes people are trying to, well, what do I do? Well, we just share. We just, send somebody a message and say, hey, a guy shared this video link with me. Will you take a look at this? I want to talk to you. Tell me what you think of it. And then you pop the video link over there. Or maybe you're having a chat conversation with somebody on social media and you say, you and I have kind of developed a friendship here. Do you see any reason why we shouldn't be able to have a business conversation? Of course, they're going to say, no, we can talk business. What are you talking about? And then you can say, well, I met this guy and he shared this video with me. I'm kind of excited about this. Why don't you look at this and see what you think? I want to get more information. Why don't you check it out with me? It's that easy, folks. Pop a link in there to a video. They take a look at the video. They come back and say, yeah, well, I'd like to see the next video. And then we just progress them along to the point, just like we've all been through this, to the point where they understand enough to take the next step and they start sharing with other people. It's really that simple. This is what Facebook and social media is all about, isn't it? Somebody's got a picture of their dog scratching its ear, something cute, and they share it. Somebody else laughs and shares it with somebody else. A few months later, it's got 5 million views. That's social media. That's what happens. You can use this comfort level that people have for sharing and viewing things to explain to people and expose the markets to these companies. And they pay off really, really well. Because what these companies do is they take big portions of their sales revenues and they set them aside to go into referral marketing, payout commission, compensation plans. You see, the other way that they can sell things is probably go through retail, and that means that they've got to have all the advertising costs and the celebrity endorsements and distribution and all of that kind of stuff before the point of sale. They've got to put all that money out. Then they get sales, they hope. This way, they can throw up a website, they can put a really attractive compensation plan together that incentivizes their customers to share with other people. In fact, it can be such a strong incentive that people are professional, viral social media sharers, if you will, right? You can make a lot of money doing this. I've been there, I've seen it, I've got friends, some of them making millions of dollars in a few years off of this kind of a concept. So we know what we're talking about. So this is what we do. We take advantage of these really lucrative compensation plans, which I'm going to show you in just a minute how it works. And then we just create some tools that are designed to be able to share with people. When they share, they want more. Eventually they want in. Then they ask you for their link. You'll have a dedicated link. When they go and enroll as a member, they are assigned to you. You get credit for it. So everything that happens beyond you, far, far beyond you in this chain of referrals, you get paid on it. It's really amazing. And it's an ingenious thing for the manufacturers also, because now they get to pay marketing money after the sale. That gives them a lot more capital to use to develop their infrastructure and to expand what they need to do in the global market. So it's win-win. It's really great. So I hope that gives you a little bit more idea of what we do. And as you get started and you come into the groups, you're going to see the details on how this works. I mean, you just trust me that much on that. There's no huge investment on this. You're not buying a franchise. We're not looking for investors or anything like that. This is really simple. You just register as a member, buy a few products because you're going to want to know what those are about, and then start sharing this idea with other people, and then get excited when the money comes home. That's it. Okay. Let's jump to the next video. We'll talk about how the money's made.